Dana and Jess in the morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Let's get started.
Good morning.
I listen every morning.
103.3 KFR.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It is Wednesday, July 3rd, 2024. Weather-wise, we could see a morning shower or thunderstorm, but then sunny and breezy this afternoon and a high of 85.
Wow. It's going to be a nice day eventually.
Yeah, not too bad. And coming up on the show, we have this question.
What makes you go from 0 to 100 real quick?
Give us your answer by tapping the chat button on the KFR app. We'll be reading those answers in the 7 o'clock hour. I'm sure many of them will probably be traffic related.
I know mine is.
Also, we're going to drop some knowledge on you with Wednesday Wisdom. I've already forgotten what the knowledge is. I literally...
We need some.
I have to look ahead. It's a feel-good story about serial killers in Michigan. Awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah. So
Can't
that's
wait.
coming up at 6:45. Good morning. Also, we're going to have a celebrity in the studio.
That's right. Matt Gerard. Yeah.
It's Gerard. Matt Gerard.
Matt
Former
Gerard.
American Idol contestant.
I can't talk. We don't know what's going on this morning. But yes, Matt Gerard is going to be in studio to talk to us about his show tonight at Binder Park Zoo for Wild Wednesdays.
Yeah, so we haven't had Matt in the studio for a long time. In fact, I think it's been since before the pandemic. That's how long it's been. That's ridiculous.
Wow, yeah.
Ridiculous, I say.
Looking forward to meeting him. I haven't met him, so.
He's a good guy. Unfortunately, he's funnier than me. I don't like that at all. That doesn't feel good. All right, let's get the show started.
Let's
by
do
the
it.
way, the Matt Gerard interview, he'll be in the studio around 8:30 this morning.
Yes.
So, but first, we got to get things started. So here we go.
103.3
WKFR FM and WKFR FM HD1.
A Town Square Media.
103.3 KFR. Good morning.
Good morning.
Dana and Jess here, and it's Wednesday, so it's time to drop some knowledge on you. And
Why are we laughing at this? Honestly, this is actually bad.
this is crazy. I originally did this story in 2021 and updated it for 2024 because the numbers got worse.
Oh.
All right,
That's
so Michigan, Illinois, and Ohio are among the 10 states with the most serial killer victims.
Horrible.
Now, when you break down the numbers, these are for 2024. Illinois is number 4 in the nation with 680 total victims. Understand, Chicago is the third largest city in the nation.
Yeah,
So, okay,
yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not really that surprised by that.
But after that, this is where the Midwest rules in a weird way, even without the large cities. Ohio is number 6 with 505 total victims of serial killers. Michigan, number 8
Really?
with 425. That's an increase. I believe Michigan was number 9 a couple years ago. They're going up. That's not good.
That's sad.
I said they, like it's not us. And Indiana, number 12 in the nation with 349 total victims. By the way, you can see this full article on the KFR app.
That's scary. That's very scary.
It is crazy. I have always said, don't go to Ohio alone, because I felt like every national story where like a woman would break out of a basement only to find there are multiple women in someone's basement.
It's
It
heartbreaking.
is almost always in Cleveland, Ohio.
You know
It
what?
happens over and over.
Yeah, aren't there? There have been serial killers that have come out of Ohio.
So,
honestly,
Jeffrey Dahmer was born
right?
there. Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, a lot of the I hate to use the word famous, maybe infamous serial killers are either from Ohio or were born in Ohio, which leads me to the next stat. Are you ready, America?
Oh man, I don't know.
States with the most serial killer victims per capita. To break that down, Indiana is number 5. Illinois is number 6, Michigan number 14, Ohio number 16. So even if you break it down per capita, because as we were talking about earlier, if you take Chicago out of the equation, because you're just looking at per capita, Illinois is still very strong.
Yeah, but
But Indiana takes the big lead.
That does surprise me.
Well,
that does surprise me for some reason.
There were a couple of pretty big serial killers out of Indiana, one of which owned a supermarket chain. I only know that because I watch way too many murder documentaries. But
I'm terrified now to be over here. Is there a safer spot we can be in away from serial killers?
The safer spot is not Alaska, as they are number 1 per capita.
No way.
Well, it's a smaller population, but a larger number of that population. Victims. This whole thing is absolutely crazy. And I think what the craziest thing to me is how the numbers increased so much from 2021 to 2024.
Sad.
Wow.
Very sad.
All right, well,
and scary.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah. Thank you for that knowledge.
Happy almost 4th of July. Check out the full article and see all the stats right now by going to the 103.3 KFR app, and you'll see the headline, Michigan, Illinois, and Ohio among 10 states with the most serial killer victims in the nation. I feel gross inside and feel pretty good about the fact that I rarely leave my house now.
Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR.
Powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become...
Who says there's no such thing as a stupid question?
Well, that was a stupid question.
Here's Dana and Jess on 103.3 KFR.
We'll ask you a silly little question. What makes you go from 0 to 100 real quick?
Give us your answer by tapping the chat button on the KFR app. But let's start with you, Jess.
When people pull out in front of me while driving and then go under the speed limit. Or they pull out in front of you like
like they're in a hurry.
And then there's nobody behind you. You're like, why couldn't you just wait? And then you're going slower than the speed limit.
That just happened to me the other day where someone pulled in front of me where if they waited seconds, there would have been no one behind me.
Yeah.
And then they only did that to turn right 2 blocks down the street. Sir.
But you pulled out like you were in a hurry and like there's a whole bunch of traffic behind me.
You would literally be at your destination at exactly the same time without being a jerk.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The
I'm with you on that one.
The worst.
Donnie says self-entitlement. When people think they are above everyone else, like the rules don't apply to them.
Yeah, that happens often, it seems like, too. Leslie says crunching, smacking food. Ugh. Yeah, me too. I think there's something, it's called something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But I'm not going to remember.
Me either.
Van says people who ask no questions, collect no information, and then form an opinion.
Oh.
Welcome to 2024 and social media.
Right.
Ugh.
Carrie says being stuck behind slow drivers and slow walkers and being stuck in a conversation with slow talkers.
That is the worst.
Yeah, all of them.
Oof.
Totally agree.
All right, so what makes you go from 0 to 100 real quick? That is the question. Give us your answer right now by tapping that chat button on the KFR app. We're going to read more of those answers in about 15 minutes. Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR is powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality.
Who says there's no such thing as a stupid question?
Well, that was a stupid question.
Here's Dana and Jess on 103.3 KFR.
We'll ask you a silly little question. What makes you go from 0 to 100 real quick?
Give us your answer by tapping the chat button on the KFR app. For me, people who troll me on TikTok that don't have the courtesy to use proper grammar when insulting me.
Oh, the worst.
It is unreal. So recently, I had a video go what I call Dana viral, which isn't like viral at the extent that other people do.
Yeah.
It's a much smaller viral.
Right.
And so many people come into my comments just saying really dumb things.
Yes.
That aren't even sentences, or they try to insult me. I'm like, oh, that's coming from a guy with purple hair. Oh, that's coming from a guy with a girl's name. That's what you got?
Right. It's never anything that's really insulting anyway. You're like, you just want to see yourself pop up in the conversation here. Apparently.
And by the way, if you ever want to make fun of me because of my girl's name, the true story is, and this sounds made up, but it's not, I'm named after a guy that saved my father's life in Vietnam because my dad was in the Marine Corps in Vietnam. It's a pretty tough name when you look at it that way, so nice try.
Yeah. Sorry. Did not work.
Mm-mm.
Jessica says, capable people not returning their shopping carts.
Yeah, I mean, Aldi has to provide a quarter for it. You know what I'm saying? What makes you go from 0 to 100 real quick? Tammy says, seeing people text while driving.
Yeah, that's bad. Stephanie says, people walking in the middle of the parking lot.
like oblivious to the fact that you're driving. I know exactly what she means, not walking across to get to their car, but they are walking down the part where you drive in a slow walking speed.
Like,
you're just
whatever.
like, I'm driving behind you.
Yes.
Shirley says, when you're getting on the freeway and the idiot in front of you on the on-ramp is only going 30 to 40 mile an hour instead of getting up to 70.
Yes. It's like, when are you going to wait until we're actually on the middle of the highway?
Do you know what that ramp is called? It's literally called an acceleration ramp. That's what it's called. You have to accelerate.
Get moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jackie says people mistreating or hurting animals or being irresponsible pet owners. Yes.
Amen. And I have to say, fun side fact about this listener, Jackie. Jackie was a listener of mine when I worked at a radio station in Benton Harbor, Michigan, back in the 90s.
Awesome.
She worked overnights at a gas station, used to call the studio line. Now she lives on this side of Michigan.
Oh.
And I remembered her. She came out to a remote. I'm like, hey, didn't you work at a gas station in Buchanan, Michigan?
That's so cool.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it is a small world. So anyways, keep those answers coming in. What makes you go from 0 to 100 real quick? Tap that chat button on the KFR app with your answer.
Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR is powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality.
Who says there's no such thing as a stupid question? Well, that was a stupid question. Here's Dana and Jess on 103.3 KFR.
We'll ask you a silly little question.
What makes you go from 0 to 100 real quick?
Give us your answer by tapping the chat button on the KFR app.
Preeti says, I'm going through downtown Kazoo and getting close to home, but then the railroad guards come down for the freight train.
Oh.
Get it, girl.
Okay, so whenever people complain about traffic in Southwest Michigan, I laugh at them because I've lived in cities where traffic is real. However, when you get behind or you're just stuck in that line after a freight train comes downtown, oh my God.
Forever.
Yeah, Jennifer says, anyone upsetting my pup.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm with you 100%.
And then another Jennifer says, bullies. I work in a school, and when I see them, I see red. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I'm the
as a
same
person
way
that
with
was
that.
bullied in school, thank you, Jennifer. What makes you go from 0 to 100 real quick? Amy says, when the lawn guy weed whacks my flowers the second and third time.
Oh, no. Angie says, race car.
Hilarious. Again, that question being, what makes you go from 0 to 100 real quick? A race car. Yeah, it's
Good job. Good
See,
job, Angie.
they're not just dad jokes. They're mom jokes too, Angie.
You respect that.
Yeah,
I know
I do.
You
I
really
do.
do.
All right, well, keep those answers coming in or just chat with us in real time, anytime, by tapping that chat button on the KFR app.
Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR.
Powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality.
It's Hollywood Dirt on 103.3 KFR. Here's Jess.
Justin Timberlake's mugshot has been turned into a painting, and I kind of want one. The portrait is for sale at a gallery in Sag Harbor where he was arrested for a DUI. The limited edition paintings are selling for $520 each, so at that price, I'm going to have to pass.
Yeah, really. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy though. Jennifer Garner is done playing marriage counselor to Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. A source says Jen eventually got to a place where she was like, sorry, figure this out yourself. It was beginning to become too painful for her because it was bringing back so many memories of their divorce.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a lot for her to step in for them, honestly.
And if you look at pictures, even before this whole divorce thing was looming, there were pictures of him with J-Lo where he looked miserable. But whenever they did the child exchange where he's spending 2 minutes with Jennifer Garner,
Right.
he seems so relaxed and so happy.
Yeah.
He made some mistakes.
Yes, absolutely. It's a weird dynamic going on there. Beverly Hills cop Axel F. cost Netflix $150 million to produce. Test audiences are raving about the film, calling it the best since the original. Beverly Hills Cop 5 is in development.
Wow.
Axel F premieres today on Netflix.
Where
we didn't
have
know
I
that.
been, man?
Yeah. I feel like they kind of just dropped it on us. There was like a little bit of buzz about it. And
I
then
should have known
it's out
because
now.
Eddie Murphy has been all over everything lately, and I
Yeah.
haven't been paying attention to why.
Right, yeah.
Of course. I am all about this and dropping it for 4th of July weekend.
Yes,
Genius.
perfect. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Hollywood got a little dirty. not really dirty.
Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR. Powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality.
103.3 KFR. Good morning.
Good morning.
Dana and Jess and people in the studio.
We love it.
I don't even know what to think. Okay, so we have Allie from Binder Park Zoo as well as Matt Gerard in studio.
Hey.
Good morning to both of you.
Hey.
Good morning.
All right, so Matt, be quiet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got like a little attitude over
Guy
there.
rolls in here all
Potato over
talented.
here.
Rolls in here all talented, being funnier than me. I don't have time for this. All right, so before we get to Matt, let's talk to Allie from Binder Park Zoo. First of all, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I've always been a huge fan of Binder Park Zoo. That is no secret to the audience. I talk about it all the time. I don't know if I told you this. My major obsession, which makes no sense, all of the chipmunks. They're not, understand the chipmunks are just wild chipmunks,
Yeah.
just enjoying
Of all the
wilderness, scenery around the zoo. They're not a part of the zoo, but I love them. They're everywhere. Anyway, Binder Park Zoo has a thing called Wild Wednesdays. That is why both of you are here today. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Wild Wednesdays is when we're going to be open late until 8 p.m. every Wednesday in July. It's going to be a great time where we can just have guests at the zoo after hours, and it's included in their admission.
And so entertainment, so you have like people like, I don't know, this Matt Gerard guy. So Matt Gerard performing tonight. When does the performance start? So I assume that's people come into Binder Park Zoo at any point during the day. They can stay for the performance, or how's that work?
Yeah, so music starts at 5.
Okay.
He'll do 2 sets, and then last admission is at 7.
And are you playing any Prince, Mr. Matt Gerard?
If you come, yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
He'll be there. We'll be there.
It sounded like he just did the backwards Prince. So Matt, we used to have you around a lot, and then all of a sudden, you just became a family man. So you're balancing family man and you're balancing working. So no time for Dana. I get it, whatever. But so how are things going, man? It's been a long time.
Things are good. I got a little baby, and I also have my 8-year-old now. Which he was in here once when he was like 3.
Yeah, I
Which is
remember that.
crazy. And quiet over in the corner. Amazing.
Very well behaved.
If he's listening, hey, Beckham.
What up, yo?
Beckham.
And yeah, so I'm living that life, and I'm also traveling quite a bit.
Yeah.
And singing and all that, but definitely doing more diapers than I'm used to.
That's
And
exciting.
then there's the
That's
baby.
exciting.
Diapers
So-
and pipes and everything nice. So, yeah.
All right, so performing at Binder Park Zoo, is this your first time performing at the zoo?
Yes.
Yeah?
I'm a member there as well.
Oh, are you really?
So,
Well-
I was pretty excited when they said, you're going to put your gear on the zebra tram and take it right up to Africa.
That's
I've done many a stroller, not a keyboard.
that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
What unusual artist instructions? Put
I
your
know, I
keyboard
love-
on the zebra tram.
Like, yes.
I like that a lot.
The second question is, how will we get to the zebra tram? I don't
Yeah.
know. But no, it's my first time playing there. So I've been going there for, probably almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people, and I say this on the air all the time, you and I were talking about this, it's so unusual for a community as small as what we have here in Southwest Michigan to have such an amazing zoo. Because you go all over the world when you go to zoos, it's Chicago,
Yeah.
New York,
Some of the
Detroit,
bigger cities. Yeah.
the larger cities. It's not a Battle Creek. We have a really nice zoo here.
Yeah.
Sometimes they let, Matt Gerard in. But, you got to take the good with the bad, right?
Just any chipmunk. Letting them all in here.
This is going to be fun tonight, though.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. So, again, the music is starting at 5 o'clock, Binder Park Zoo, Battle Creek. And I'm a huge fan of the zoo, even though I'm poking some fun. Huge fan of Matt. He gave me a squirrel once. That's the thing.
That's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not a
This
chipmunk.
is a
You
real
have to put a
bond going
squirrel.
on.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We're like brothers. He was at one point kidnapped and staying in my basement. We let him out,
Okay.
Found it in the yard. My kid almost ran it over.
A squirrel?
A
Yeah.
little
Oh, yeah. A baby squirrel.
Oh.
Took care of it
Yeah.
for a couple of days. The Dana's like, I'll take it.
He's,
And it lived in his outdoor
It
room
lived-
for like
Wow.
he
What?
lived in my porch for a long, long
Set
time.
it free.
Yeah.
What a
Be
connection.
free. Find an acorn.
Everyone knows if there's an animal problem, contact Dana. It's great. I
That's
am my own
amazing. That's
zoo.
incredible.
All right, so let's see. Wild Wednesdays, outside of Mr. Matt Gerard, who do you have lined up coming up in the future?
Yeah, Kalamazoo Symphony Orchestra will be here next week. Lucid Vibe, St. Joe Jack, Abbey Rose and Company. I think that's it.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed, the weather is going to be amazing for this. This is the best part of like summertime, Southwest Michigan. So
Absolutely.
come be a part of it. Both of you, Allie, Matt, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me.
Thanks for having us.
I
First
appreciate
time
it.
singing for giraffes tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And people.
And people. Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR is powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality.
The 103.3 KFR Facebook Friend of the Day.
Like the 103.3 KFR Facebook page, interact with us in some form, and you might be the Facebook Friend of the Day, like
Maurice Hudson.
The headline says, should Michigan start requiring financial literacy courses? That's hilarious that I can't pronounce the word literacy. Should Michigan start requiring financial literacy courses in school? And Maurice had this to say.
Yes. Goodbye, Algebra 2.
I'm so math stupid. I don't even know what algebra 2 does.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there are some courses that you're just like, why are we doing this? We do need some real life classes going on.
You know what though, if I could reflect back, there have been moments in my life, especially with this job, because I was like, I'm in radio. I'm not going to need to know how to like write stories. And look what I'm
Then
doing.
Here we are.
The number of things I should have probably paid attention to, right?
Yeah.
Well, Maurice, thank you so much for being a part of the KFR Facebook page. Since you were, you get this.
You get nothing. Good day, sir.
Awesome.
Apologies. We just don't have a prize for you. But we appreciate you,
That's right.
Maurice Hudson. You are today's KFR Facebook Friend of the Day. And that's what the math tells us.
Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR is powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality.
103.3 KFR, good morning.
Good morning.
It's Dana and Jess. It is time for us to go.
That's right. And remember, Dog Day is going to have the day off tomorrow because we're all celebrating the 4th of July.
That's right. We will have a show, a little more music, a lot more throwbacks. That's how we're going to kick off this long 4th of July weekend.
Yes.
With a throwback weekend. So that is going to be a blast. When I say a lot of really cool throwbacks, I mean a lot.
Gonna be a blast.
But we will still have your chance, by the way, to win those tickets to the Binder Park Zoo.
Yes.
So that'll be fun. Click it for tickets. Go to the KFR app and win. But for now, we're going to go. We're getting out of here.
Bye.
Have a great day. And please, be nice to people.
If you missed Dana and Jess in the morning, we got you covered. The 103.3 KFR Morning Show can be streamed and downloaded and abused wherever you get your podcasts. Dana and Jess in the morning on 103.3 KFR is powered by Fab Face and Body, a full-service med spa where beauty meets technology and dreams become reality.